To be honest, I haven't seen enough from Grace Berger on the court to know what she brings to the Fever, but I like her attitude because she cooked Caitlin Clark in the comments section. Grace Berger and Clark have had this back and forth about golf going on for a minute. If you recall, I forget when it was, but mid-season or so, Caitlin Clark was talking golf to some media gathered around and mentioned, or somebody mentioned, Grace Berger's history with the game.
I believe Grace was a state champion in high school for golf. Have you played with
Grace
her?
was?
Yeah.
What?
Have you played with anyone? Yeah, I think
Grace, you're a state champion golfer? Why did you hide that from me? She was on the team. They didn't play her, apparently.
Have you played with anyone on this team?
Honestly, I have not. I need to go. I know Lexi plays a little bit.
So Caitlin was talking trash there to Grace Berger, who had a little bit of a pedigree with the putter, I suppose, if you will. And she followed that up when she was actually, getting ready for the whole LPGA deal with another barb in Grace's direction. And maybe Gino Auriemma was correct. Caitlin Clark is a trash talker.
Well, I am curious. Yeah. Have you ever played with any of the other WNBA players? Anybody that's good competition for you?
I haven't played with anybody on any other team, but some of my teammates golf. Actually, one of my teammates was a state champion golfer, so she's pretty good. I actually haven't played with her yet, so I think she might be scared or something. I don't know why. Her game must have gotten rusty when she became a professional basketball player, but no, some of them do play, but we like to go out there and have fun. Obviously, it's hard during the WNBA season because it's in the summer. So that's the one tough thing about the W is it's in the summer. So I don't get to go out and play as much as I did in college, but it's been fun. Obviously, we're really competitive with whatever we do. So there's some intense battles out there.
So some good, lines there from Clark again. She's rusty. She's scared. All that kind of stuff. Obviously playful between teammates. Nothing too serious. But Clark, of course, did take the course. And she had some nice moments. She looked fine out there. But there was the one that sort of went viral because of it went awry, an errant shot, if you will.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to run that back.
Oh, Jesus.
Not scared that time. So that happened. But Caitlin Clark took to her Instagram and, did a photo dump from the golf course, as one would after a big event like that. And the comment section was filled with niceties. Even Aaliyah Boston was in there saying, hey, maybe, what aren't you good at? Maybe you got to teach me how to golf. And Caitlin said we could make a TikTok about it. So that could be coming, a TikTok between Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. In fact, let me find that comment before I get to the other one real quick, if I can. Aaliyah Boston was in there. She's nice. Those two are friends, obviously, and get along very well. Here is what Aaliyah said in the comment section. So she said, can you teach me how to golf? Trying to add it to my resume. And Clark said, let's make a TikTok about it, with the devil emoji or whatever. So knowing that that's going to blow up and everything she does is going to blow up. And Caitlin's, Instagram had some of those iconic shots, like including the one where the entire crowd is surrounding her that you could see. And just the things that truly stood out from that golf tournament. But not every post was nice. Not everyone. Grace Berger got her licks back in the comment section. She got her licks back because she said, as you can see right here, if I hadn't seen the video of the shank, these photos would have convinced me that you could beat me. Talking about all the photos that Clark did indeed drop. And look, Grace is within her rights to show no grace, no mercy to Caitlin Clark there because, Clark had talked that smack. So it's fair game at that point, right? It's fair game at that point. Once you drop, those sort of words in there and that sort of trash talk and you go back and forth like that. Fair game. So Grace Berger, I salute you. That was a well played, as they say. They still say that? I don't know if they still say that, but here was Caitlin's Instagram if you haven't seen it. I'm sure some of you guys would be interested. This was the slideshow. As I showed you, there's that Grace Berger comment. And Aaliyah Boston said, "Why are you so funny?" underneath of it somewhere. But you got Caitlin there, swinging the club, walking the green, Nelly Corda, getting ready. Bunch of different shots. There was Annika Stormstam, obviously. The pink hat. There's that crowd shot. That is crazy when you really think about it. And again, sizing up the shot on the green. And the Nikes. That was the last one. So let me just make note of that. I think it's worth pointing that out. The last one, she's flashing off the custom Nike golf kicks with the gold on the bottom, because there's been so much talk about Nike recently, with the agent video and everything. Here's the thing with Nike, and I'm not saying they couldn't promote her more, but again, she doesn't need the promotion. You drop a link. They got to get the supply up. That product's got to be ready. And one thing I don't think people realize is it's not magic to mass produce something like that, to mass produce it, especially when it's specialized and tailored to Caitlin, whatever her individual sneaker is going to be. We know Sabrina's got a new version, and those have done really well. They just announced the Sabrina 3s. We, of course, know Asia Wilson's shoes are on the way. And if you're to believe the reports, that was already on the way when Caitlin's Nike deal was announced, which is why it was a little weird that Asia played into that discourse in the first place. But regarding Caitlin's Nike deal, maybe she gets a percentage of it. Maybe there are outs in the contract. I don't know the specifics of the contract. We've talked about the money. I think she's underpaid, but it was an unprecedented deal for somebody in the WNBA. But just talking about it not being out there, first of all, there's the promotion aspect. And I don't know if that played into the weird dynamics of this WNBA season or not. But Clark really doesn't need the promotion. And when you go back to that agent conversation, the agent's job is to work for the client. Maybe Clark is doing the kind of thing she wants to do, like this LPGA and like this speaking engagement she's been doing. But when you look at the last shot being the Nikes, I thought that was interesting, because it doesn't seem like Caitlin is against the Nike deals. She showed off the Kobe's throughout the various points in the season. She showed off the golf shoes in that last shot. And if they really want those shoes to stick, if you will, and want them to be uniquely identified to her, it's going to take a minute. That's a process. It doesn't happen instantaneously. Regardless, this was all about the fun and games out there on the golf course. And, when you talk smack, you might just get it back. And Grace Berger put Caitlin Clark on blast, or you could even say she cooked Caitlin.